Hello guys. How are you all? Oh, everything is loading over here. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome in. Hello. Hi, Gail. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Oh no, I'm sorry that you're in pain. I am also cold. I have a hot water bottle, so if you hear any weird like jiggling noises, that's what it is. Between the hot water bottle and the creaky desk chair, we're gonna do really, really well. Hi, hello, how are you all? It's nice to see so many of you here. I finished my shark book. I'm excited to start a book with no sharks, but surely a book without sharks will be lesser, Caroline. For those of you who don't know, why shark books seem to be very prevalent. My Patreon is themed over around a little Scottish town of my creation called Lochfern, and we have a 6-monthly readathon. Well, a readathon that runs continually, but in 6 monthly rounds. And every prompt for it is a location on the board, and one of them is the loch. The loch being like a large body of water, like a big lake in Scotland. And one of the prompts for that is a book with sharks in it. So Caroline has been fulfilling our Patreon responsibilities and not enjoying raw shark texts apparently at all. Hi, I'll be reading Phantasma. Oh, your final book for your February TBR. Well done. Hello. Hi, sweetie. Hello, how are you all? Deciding between Uncommon Reader, and Creepy Cat to read. What is Creepy Cat? What is Creepy Cat about? Hi. I mean, I'm assuming it's about a creepy cat, and that's not some sort of like loose metaphor that or reference that I'm not getting, but I want to know more. We're finishing the new Emily Wilde. I don't know why I was about to say Evelyn Wilde. That's not right. Hi, hello. Hi, everybody. There's lots of you here. I'm going to be reading Words That Remain First, a Brazilian male mail story. Very nice. Hello. Oh, thanks. It's about time, right? 2025 is definitely the year where we're going to go back to having some public sprints. I think over pepperoni times we had a lot of public sprints, and then we didn't have any for a while. For a good while. We have them over on Patreon all the time, but I haven't done public ones for a while. And now I'm like, okay, 2025 is the year, so we actually need to have a setup of some description. So I'm not just like over here in a box with nothing. Hi, hello. I'm in waiting mode for Dark Mirror, so might just be vibing rather than reading. That is fine. For anybody new to live sprints on my channel, bring whatever you like. Bring your books, bring your craft projects, watch TV, game. I don't mind. Nobody cares. It's fine. We just like the company, right? Been in bed for 3 days. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope it gets better soon. I'm assuming some sort of nasty flu thing, because everybody seems to have one of those right now. So I am so sorry. I'm reading Bride by Ali Hazelwood. Oh, and a book about ADHD. Nice. Multi-talented. Like ADHD. Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. I should do more stuff with my actual channel art. I should use the actual channel art. Hello, first time here, but I was hoping for a sprint live stream. Yeah, it's definitely going to be sprints. We are definitely going to be sprinting. Hi, Robin. It is nice to meet you. Oh, surreptitiously sneaking in at work. I approve. We always approve. I'm in serious need to get me to actually do work. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's usually what I use other people's sprints for. Like, I read on my own, but I use other people's sprints to like actually motivate me to do the stuff that I like should be doing. I feel like also, before I go any further, I should like introduce you to the cats that we currently have, because I feel like this one might leave soon. So we've got Fitz over here. Hi. This big ginger lump is Fitz. And then we have got, let me see if I can do this without disconnecting. Nab, nab. This way. We've got a nab over here and his brand new bed, which is taking up half of my desk. Okay, that was sorry if anybody has motion sickness. I should have probably trigger warned that before I went. Hello, that is a good question. How is everybody? How is everybody? Hello. Hi. Hi, oh thanks, love. I am good. I am definitely getting myself back to myself. Yeah, I've like, it's going to be a take it easy week this week. A rebooting week. We're starting fresh and strong and all that kind of thing. Well, spring is slowly creeping in. Oh, and the trees are starting to bloom. That's exciting. We saw crocuses on our drive the other day, and I was like, and I'm a depths of winter person, guys. I like the dark days. I like it when it's cold and I can bundle up. Like, we love our knitwear in this house, but even I am like, January has been 19,000 days and I haven't noticed that it's February yet. So like, could we get please to the springtime? I've moved to the sofa. Oh, a big telly experience is always preferred, right? I wonder why my eyesight is slowly getting worse when I spend all of my life like this. A big telly experience is always preferred. Hi. Oh, thanks. Super sweet. I'm in the latter part of Deep End by Ali Hazel. Did you mean to make that a pun, Olivia? You're in the deep end of Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. That was a good pun. So, hi, Teresa. Was it Mounting the Megalodon? We did have, oh my goodness, who was it in my sprints? We've had a couple of people read utterly unhinged shark books, and a couple of them have been smutty. And I was like, that was not on my bingo card for 2025. When I came up with the shark prompt for the readathon, that was not on my bingo board. But I'm here for it. I am so here for it. Obsessed and frustrated by the shark books. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Hi, just eating dinner, and so we'll join in next sprint. No worries, take your time. We will be here for a while. Raw Shark text is very much not winning the Megalodon. I don't know. I was gonna say all sharks are created equal, but they're really not, are they? Trying my first Grady Hendrix. Oh, Emma, I hope you get on better than I do. Can we have a vote in the comments? Like, how many people are on the love Grady Hendrix? Like, give me a thumbs up if you love Grady Hendrix and a thumbs down if you don't. Like, what do we think? Reading curfew, gonna be working. Yeah, yay for sprints. I'm really excited. I'm locked and loaded. We're gonna be having fun. I'm listening to The Nurse by Valerie Keogh. It's my first book from her. Very cool. Trying a new author. I like that a lot. It's a graphic novel which is giving Wednesday vibes, and there's a cat. I like Library Impulse. That is very much a mood. That's a mood right there. Eating biscuits is the only way to get through life. I want biscuits. I don't think we have biscuits. That's really sad for me, actually. Maybe we'll have to go for a biscuit run after this. For when I used to do public sprints that went really, really, really late into the night, Harry and I would often end up in Tesco in like the confectionery aisle after it, like sugar. Hello, I'll be continuing. How does it feel? Very good. Oh, Madison, you're doing your homework. Yay for doing your homework in time. I was very much a last minute, or could you tell? Are you shocked? Hey. Oh, it's sad that you're working, but I like that you managed to pop in to say hi anyway. Hello, guys. I'm going to download my Kindle library for I won't have access anymore. Oh, it's on my list. I'm going to sit and do it tomorrow. I had an error message before and it was all very dramatic and whatever. There is, however, for those of you who are getting stuck on the Kindle thing and there's lots and lots and lots of books to download, there is a video, a very good video out there which explains how to install a script on your browser, which will do it for you, which will download your Kindle books for you. So if you go into YouTube and just put in search Kindle download script, you will find that video, and it was really, really helpful for me. But I need to actually have a time where I can just sit and click the button and let my computer do the thing and download my whole library. Even though my Kindle library is where my books go to die, I still want to own it. Like I still want to actually have a copy of those books. So yeah, I need to get on that. Hey, we spend the sprint studying. Okay, first getting through reading for my seminar tomorrow and then continue on my notes. You guys are also, you're also on it. It's never me. Not could never be me, is never me. I traveled 3 hours on a coach, had 2 lectures and spent an hour shopping and then another hour working. I'm sorry that you're low, but I hope this cheers you up. And also, I hope that the shopping was fun shopping and not like just food shopping. I'm bringing food. Oh, a kid dinner, fish fingers, chips and beans. We just had din-dins. We had goat's cheese and a salad, and it was very nice. I know, right? the look. He's having a thorough clean. Like he's actually cuddled back down. I'm quite shocked he's still here, but he is having a thorough clean, and I think if I poke him again, that I'm gonna regret it. I'm an average book review. Reading books 84 and 85 for 2025. Also could never be me. Although my finish at February has been going real well. Now, if you saw my stats video, then you will know that in the last 2 years, I've done 13 books a month for February. And of course, my little brain went, can do that again though. can make this February 13 books too. So that's what I'm quietly trying to do in the background. we're not doing too bad. We're not too far off it. I haven't been stuck on any yet. Yesterday was going to be a reading day, but I ended up laying in bed and took a nap instead. That is relatable. That is very relatable. Oh, a bony kitty. We've only got one of those. The other 2 are round. Very round. Mine fell in the toilet a moment ago and I had to dry her. Yeah, we're a toilet lid down house for this very reason. I miss just having 2, not 4. Don't foster, you keep them. Yeah, I absolutely could not foster. I would be a foster fail. I am very much behind in comments as usual, guys. As usual. It's fine. We'll catch up. Hi. I know, right? Everybody's being very calm. Esme's not in here though. That is our other cat, and like if she was in here, there would not be peace and solidarity in this room. Oh, I hope you didn't hear the crack that just happened there. That wasn't great. Falling apart live on camera. As a creative soul, how do you balance the need to make with the need to actually manage the requirements of living? I think quite honestly, my answer is that I don't / I do, but I don't notice it's happening. I've just got to a stage in my life where I've accepted that I am a complete chaos troll, and that when the brain takes a certain pathway, we just go with it. We don't try and resist it. We just go with it. So yeah. Ooh, can you guys hear that rain? It is blowing a hoolie outside. I have just got to the point in my life where I've realized that sometimes, for me personally, I need to remind myself that as long as I'm maintaining a level of like I'm eating, I'm hydrating myself, my house is like clean, not necessarily tidy, but clean, and I'm clean, then nothing else doesn't matter, man. Nothing else matters. I saw a clip this morning from, why can't I remember the actress's name? Veronica Mars and Anna from Frozen. Her name is gone from my brain. But she was quoting something that Cher had said to her once, and she was like, if it doesn't matter in 5 years, then it doesn't matter. And I was like, why didn't anybody tell me that 10 years ago? Hey, I'm all right. How are you? I'm planning on finish well enough Ascension. Very nice. Yes. No stream is complete without their silent judgment. Yes. Hello, my lovely. We're just trading cats. Smutty sharp books. I know, right? That was a great way to start the stream. Smutty sharp books. Hey, hello, my love. Last Saturday saw the snowdrops and crocuses in the Netherlands. Very nice. Very nice. We're holding out hope. We're holding out hope. Spring is, I mean, listen, spring is still doing its thing, even if the weather hasn't caught up with it, right? Like, things are growing, green things are coming back. It's happening, right? It is happening. Hello, my loves. Hello. I'm trying to decide my last read. Oh, for Forensic February. That's fun. Okay, let's see. Grady Hendrix. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I should actually put a poll in the comments. Oh, lots of thumbs down for Grady Hendrix. Goodness. I like, it's always Ocean, right? I thought it was fine. Like, I'm not going to vote either. I thought it was fine. Why are you a problem child all the time? As a Final Girl support group and was confused the entire time and low-key hated it. So, yeah. A thumbs up with some caveats. Okay. Grady Hendrix is a mix for me. I really enjoy stories and others not for me. Do you know what? It's interesting, right? Because, like, we all know that I think that Grady Hendrix is like the catfish of all catfishes. Like, I want to read the books by whoever writes his synopsis, not the books that he actually writes. But in saying that, his writing style really works for me. It's just that I don't like where his plots and stuff go. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying the like, no, yes. Hendrix is just so okay. Listen, I think you'll actually enjoy Grady Hendrix. We've got quite a good Venn diagram, Helen and I, but we do have some outliers. There are some outliers, and I feel like Grady Hendrix might be a thing that is absolutely up your alley and definitely not mine. The Lost Story by Meg Schaefer, very nice. Okay, like but don't love. Okay, I'm living for the Grady Hendrix sass. Me desperately looking for the thumbs down. Hit or miss on Grady Hendrix, but I want to give his latest a try. Oh, it's so interesting, right? Because he's one of those. I don't quite know how. I don't know whether it's like a combination of marketing, like what publishers have thrown money behind marketing, / people just really genuinely really vibe with his writing. I don't know what it has. Oh, hi, lovely. I just realized I put your comment on screen and then just left it there. Hi. I don't know what the combination was, or just like luck that like catapulted Grady Hendrix the way that they did, because I feel like there are quite a few other authors who write a bit like Grady Hendrix and the same kinds of, maybe not quite horror store, because I feel like that one is a big outlier, because obviously that's as mixed media as, maybe not as things like Illuminae or stuff like that, but it's a very mixed media book, right? Although it does work on audiobooks. I also listened to it while I was reading it, and I think you could just do the audiobook and get away with it, but it's a very mixed media book. And apart from that one, I feel like all of the rest of them, there are other people doing those things. So I don't know why Grady Hendrix is the one in particular that I own Southern Book Club and Witchcraft. These are the ones that I would have put on like my very me premises. Hello. Hi, my love. Are you telling me you don't knock off look, I could knock off a batch of biscuits. I absolutely could, Emma, but that would require me doing things. And for for right now, the brain has been, I wouldn't say depressy spaghetti this week, although Helen and anybody who I send voicemails to will probably disagree with me. But it has been last week was a hard week, and I'm only just recovering my ability to actually care. So maybe I could do a batch of biscuits, but I've been threatening crumble though. On Patreon Sprints, we've been constantly talking about crumble. Somebody seems always to have crumble right now, and I want crumble. So I made Harry buy apples so that we could have crumble at some point, but now I don't know if we've got custard. So now I'm in a completely different dilemma. Only read Southern Book Club's guide and it didn't work for me. Considering picking up Outland. No, you're not. If your mental health is not in a good place, do not read that book. The introduction to that book alone had me in pieces. Also, the introduction of that book doesn't just talk about mental health and the like foster care and adoption system, but it also talks about like quite a lot of detail about unaliving. So not in a good place. Don't read that book. I mean, absolutely, it's beautiful. Keep it for a time where your brain feels better, but fine. No. Hi, Coco. How are you? Doing bedtime for the smalls, and then going to jump in. Oh, that feels very decadent. Sprints in the bath. Where are we going to be seated? Are we going to be on a? That sounds creepy. That was not what I meant. But like, are we going to be like? How do you situate that? Because I am not allowed electronic devices near water. That would not work for me. It would poof. It would disappear. I would need a new electronic device very, very quickly. What is your bath setup? This just sounds. Oh, that sounds dreamy. We won't lose access to being able to read Kindle books. Yes, just not be able to transfer. Yes, but the thing is, I want to own them. The change in whether we can download them or not is a change in whether we're able to own them. Like they will be able to change the edition, change the cover, remove it from our library if we want to. It will just go poof. And there's nothing that we can do about it. Also, if for any reason, I don't know why it would, but for any reason your account gets deleted, banned, suspended, whatever, you'll lose access to your entire library. Now, it's not a huge thing for me because I'm not a massive digital reader, but I do still have a library. Audiobooks, my Audible library, I don't use Audible so much anymore, but my Audible library would definitely be an issue. And I'm now at the point where I'm like, is that also going to be the way that you go with those books? Because if it is, I'm definitely going to have to back those up. But yeah. And I mean, this has historically been a problem anyway, because if you look at things like, say, for example, the Discworld books by Terry Pratchett used to be owned, the rights for them used to be owned by Corgi. And so the old covers that you see, the very traditional Discworld covers that you see, all of those are the original illustrations and the Corgi commissioned illustrations and stuff. And then their rights expired and Penguin bought their rights. And that is why, if you're like an Audible consumer, Penguin have, and I'm not sure if it's on other places other than Audible, but Penguin have commissioned new audiobooks. So there are new actors for the audiobooks, so you can no longer buy the old audiobooks with the old narrators. And also they are obviously systematically changing the covers, but they are changing the editions. So if you had any of the old editions, the old Corgi editions on your Kindle with any of the extra forewords, extra bits and pieces, like little short stories or whatever included, you won't have them anymore. They're going to be the Penguin editions instead. And that's just happening automatically because Amazon's library is changing and you can't do anything about it. So I would prefer to, as much as you can own digital media, I would prefer to have a copy of it that they can't do anything with. The Parable of the Sower, very nice. It was the last minute homework pressure. I finally found a system that keeps me on top of it. My system was Panic. That was my system. Hello, where have you been? I'll be trying to finish Kieran Millwood Hargrave's newest and everyone's favorite masked man dark romance, Lights Out. Where have you been, Amanda? Where have you been? How are you? Are you okay? Hello. Props won't be reading. What instead will be crocheting. mini wiggly worms to give out to my students on World Book Day. Oh, Gina, that's so cute. Oh, I'm sad. I'm sad that these aren't Patreon spins because I can't just say you go over to Discord and show me a picture right now. That's adorable. That's such a cute plan. So I haven't told you guys what I'm reading. So I am going to be listening. I'm going to be reading, but I'm going to be listening to The Inheritance by Robin Hobb because towards the end of the first week in March is about when we're going to have the live show, and I still haven't read the 2 novellas that go with the book that was our book. Where have words gone? Let's try and finish one sentence. I have not yet finished the 2 novellas that go with this month's, it's not a month, it's 2 months, but whatever, book for the Fits Along. So I need to, this way. Oh, see, I told you. This has happened in like 3 other people's reading sprints recently where they've gone to point at something in the background and they're like, oh, that's not working. And I'm like, I've been doing this for 8 years and I still can't reliably point. It's true. I just demonstrated it. I'm going to be reading this, but I am also going to be knitting. So I am, oh no, this is just a mess of cables and needles. This is the back of a tank top. No, this tank top does not look like it will fit me, but this is ribbon. It's incredibly stretchy. Just in case you all think I'm Delulu, I'm not Delulu. So I am knitting. I've got one strap on this tank top. This is a test knit for Lacey. What's your brand name? Can never remember what Lacey's brand is. Windwood Farm knits for the Tanninger tank top. So this will be out, I assume, sometime after the test finishes in April, May, either way. And this yarn, in case anybody is a knitty person, this yarn, this light is not doing it to its best justice, really, but this is a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy yarn by Helen, who is in the comments, by Giddy Knits. And it is the Arthur Dent colorway. So we even have literary yarn here, guys. Where did I get to? You'll only use access to your Kindle books if Amazon decide to pull them. Yes, but I don't trust them. Hello. I need a bit of motivation to get more done in Bandit Queen. My brain just stopped there. And Bandit Queens by Perini Shaw. It's a bit more contemporary than I normally like. Okay, one of those, like, yeah, one foot in a different genre, and it's taken a while. The best, I mean, anytime. If you're talking about the readathon, we've only just started a 6-monthly round. We started it in January, and it's one of those ones where you can join anytime and just you can get points at any time that you join for the readathon. There are like little prizes at the end. So yeah, you can join at any point in the month. There are weekly sprints. But if it's specifically because you want to join the 6-monthly readathon, we've only just started a round, which will go until like summer. So I was unfortunately off at shopping. Me. Got some frozen fruit after the frozen apple conversation to make smoothies for myself. Yeah, there was a lot of crumble and frozen fruit conversation in our Patreon. Hi, hello. How's everyone's reading goals going? That's a very good question. So far so good. How many books have I bought so far? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 books purchased. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 other books. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. There's evidence that I can't do math. 10 books so far in for this year. Only 4 that I purchased. Doing okay? Doing okay on the rest of them? You will definitely. So my January wrap up is coming at the start of this week, hopefully tomorrow. And I have made good inroads, but you will definitely see. Thanks. Thanks. I've somehow already read 11 books in 2025. Whoop whoop. Go you. What is so apart from like how are your reading goals going, guys, but also like how many books have you read? Because this is the depressy spaghetti point in the year, right? This is like the January, February, the darkness of winter of it all. Like spring hasn't kicked in. We're not yet, I don't know, eating Easter chocolate, although I kind of am. So this is a very variable time for people's reading goals, right? So like either people are absolutely flying through, or this is only like traditionally for me, this February's the month where I'm like, right, I need to get myself back on track. Although I didn't do too bad in January this year. I think I did on par for normal Januaries. I'm on 39 for 2024, which is both too much and too little for my brain. That is a full mood. That is a full mood right there. Like, I was disassociating with fictional worlds. Could you tell? A whole mood. So you find, honestly, getting to read through a series just like start to finish. Hear the dogs barking in the background. Getting to like just pick up a new series and just read all the way through is a delight, an absolute delight. Not sure what I'm going on to. Already finished one today. Check you out, Gail. When did you finish? Someone has to be a constant problem child. That just happens to be me. Yep. But we love you anyway, Ocean. That's what you're for. Grady Hendrix is just not my jam. Any cozy mysteries, not kind of sort of horror. Oh, that was Gisela, that was a good read. That was a good Grady Hendrix read right there. Kind of sort of cozy mystery, kind of sort of horror that just don't really go anywhere. That's definitely how I feel. I should stop with the Grady Hendrix slander though, because there are just going to be people who are going to be like, shush. We do. March is the birthday month. Also, Harry, remember, Harry's also in March. Still have to finish Horror Store. How long have you been reading it for, Mary? Like, how long? Hello, Harry. How are you? I'll be finishing up Witchcraft for Wayward Girls. Not loving it. Okay. Then moving on to Valor by John Gwynne. Is that so? I didn't jump on Becca's book club this time because I was doing the Fits Long, and I'm like, I can't do that many like long running series at the same time. I need to try and finish some of the other series which I am currently reading, which I'm doing quite well with. But yeah, so is this the next one for Becca's book club, or is this just like a, because I only have Malice by John Gwynne on my shelves and I haven't started it. It's one of those like, it's one of those like, until I have done my series tracker catch-up video next month, we are not starting any new big long-running series. Up there for thinking, down there for dancing, as we say in Scotland. Wayward Girls made me feel quite ill at points. Check those trigger warnings. Yeah. I kind of feel like for horror, that's par for the course, so I'm not going to slag him for that one. Oh, thank you. We're definitely getting better. Crumble fire and seriously, the crumble thing's gonna have to happen. Ship of Magic it is. Yes, you know, if you are Fits the Longing, this is your reminder that it's Ship of Destiny time very soon. And if I did it right that time. Not successfully, but at least it was the right side. If you haven't read and want to read the companions, it's also companion reading this month. Yes, as in The Expanse. I've read the first 3. I read them all quite close together, so they've all blended in. Maybe 3 books in The Expanse, and it was fine. I also didn't really jive with the TV show when it was adapted either. It was okay, but didn't love it. That is S.A. Cosby. Oh, or wait. That's S.A. Corey. S.A. Cosby is, in fact, not that author. S.A. Cosby is, I'm looking at my thriller shelves and I can't remember. You're going to make me go on to Goodreads because I can't remember the name of the book. Razorblade Tears is S.B.A. Cosby, and I absolutely freaking adore that book. I adore that book. That made me ugly cry, Emma. It's so good. Oh, that was one of the last books that we did before we moved to like our readathon format with Buddy Reads and moved away from having a book club every month on Patreon. That was one of the last books that we read for it, and oh, it was so good. So good. Utlin. So Utlin is a Scottish word, and it is a memoir by Jenny Fagan, who is the author of Hex, which is a short, well, Hex, Luckenbooth, the Panopticon, and can't remember the other one. But Hex was very big a couple of years ago. It is you will probably recognize it as a blue book with black writing on it. It is very, very skinny, and it is a retelling, reimagining of a Scottish witch legend. Well, I say legend, the witch actually existed. Yeah, and it was amazing. Like, it was amazing. And Utlin is their memoir in which they talk about growing up in the Scottish foster care system, which I think they went through something like 15 different foster homes very quickly after each other. But it's not, if you are not in a good mental place, it is not the time to read that. I'm hoping sprints properly once I have my little one in bed. Why can't I read? Feels like an essential skill. Hi, lovely. I'm at work. Oh no. Oh, thank you for popping in. It's really lovely to see you. Amazon is basically making itself an expensive library where you have to pay to borrow, and they get to decide what you keep. Yes, that, Renee, is a perfect explanation of it. As a much more succinct explanation than I just gave. That's basically it. Yeah, that's basically it. And this is an opportune time for my Kindle to have died. So I had the original Kindle, the one with the keyboard, for years, for many years. I'm sure it still works. It's in a drawer. And then I got myself a Paperwhite a year ago, maybe, and it's already dead. Like, it's already dead. It won't hold a charge, and then it kind of did its version of blue screen of death on me. And I have also shoved it in a drawer in a fit of pique, and I haven't looked at it since. But I have been looking for a e-reader which will talk to Libby, which is my library systems app. And some of my patrons told me that Kobo does that. So when I get myself a new e-reader, I'm thinking about going for a Kobo, which also just kind of neatly swerves the Amazon drama of Kindle books. I have so many things started because that's my vibe right now. Okay, there's a good one. So if you are reading multiple books right now, give me the book stack emoji in the comments. And if you are reading one, if you are like a monogamous book reader, give me like one of the single book emojis. So is it the stack or is it a single book? Like, how many do you have on the go? Let me count. Oh, no. I'm exposing myself. Right, so that one, the inheritance that I'm about to start, that one, and that one. I have 5 on the go right now. And 2 of them are over 500 pages long. Start backing up Audible now just in case. Yes, I will be, because that freaks me out. The less I'm a much more like audiobook person than I am a like digital book person, ebook person. Why did I forget the term for that? Hi, hello. Yes, got a hell of a lot of titles on Audible. Seriously, right? Seriously. Oh, right, so I covered that. This Amazon decision has lit a fire under my butt to download my Nook books, because who knows when they'll follow. Yes. I mean, I suppose in a sense, there's a bigger conversation to be had there, right, about like digital media and the owning of things and what it like means to own things and like the streaming times of it all, I guess. But I feel like Amazon's unshockingly one of the ones that went first. You know what I mean? Like I'm not overly surprised. I'm not surprised, I'm just disappointed. I got a USB to download the books that arrived today, so she'll begin the process. I need to get a new Palm drive because I need to back up a lot of things, like a lot of things. I have a petition for the UK National Archive to digitise and restore their older documents because reading half removed and smudged Telegram ink ain't fun. Max, no, I cannot imagine that was fun. I was very glad that for my degree I never had to really particularly like make use of any of the library facilities where it was primarily on hard copy. There we go. There's no words. Wow. Apparently chatting has just made my brain go like out the sides. Yeah, so like I was lucky in that I never had to use archives or anything like that, but and though in the future there's more and more stuff that we're going to lose if we don't digitize it, because there's going to be more and more of a backup of stuff to get to digitize, and because libraries and stuff are losing funding, there's less and less people to do that. So like it's more urgent, I think. Real talk, since this is a safe place, I discovered audio erotica midway through last year and it kind of took over my life, but I'm back. Do you know what, Amanda? I fully respect that. I like that was the rabbit hole that you fell down. That was what took you away from us. Damn, man. Hello, lovely. Love your channel. Oh, thanks. Passed all my uni exams for last semester. Hey, woo! Mexican wave. I don't really have anyone to tell, so I thought I'd say to here, oh, congratulations, my lovely. That is a huge accomplishment. I wanted to do the Robin Hood read along, but I'm struggling to find accessible copies in my library. Oh, that's rubbish. They don't have the big print editions or audiobooks of anything but book 3 and 5. That is horrendous, Gisela. I'm so sorry. Oh, I mean, is it possible to join some other libraries other than yours? Because I'm a member of libraries other than my local one, and they all have a slightly different catalogue. So is it possible to maybe branch out and see if other ones that you can join have some? I really want to continue in the Golden Room because I'm obsessed with finding it hard to put down, but I'm working at the moment, so I'll be working on my audio reread of Hood Feminism. Do you know what? Fair. We can't have all the good things all the time, even though I want them. Reading Mirthful Sea by Katie Dash. It's a great series. Basically take Hornblower but make it queer. Okay, I could be down for that, Jessica. It'll also oh yeah, yes, it will also block out. You are correct. I was like, wait, what are we? I'm so behind in comments. I'm like, wait, what are we talking about? It's beautiful, right? It makes me I said that to Helen, like it makes me think about lily pads, because it's like right, like a pond with lily pads in the best way. And a good look at the stay of this. It's fine. That's just a visual representation of my life. Hey, yes, do that. I like that. I love that some people don't like looking at DMs for some reason. Yeah, I am not reliable when it comes to social media DMs, not gonna lie. Yes, Helen, please drop your link if you haven't already. You're welcome, my darling. My last minute homework system was undiagnosed ADHD. Snaps in the comments for that one, Caroline, because that's me. Didn't tell you the last time I bought an ebook. I'm a hardcore library user. Well, I do have a square to use my library more often this year. Actually, I'm not going to lie. Just as we went live, my library was like, by the way, we have delivered you this ebook. And I was like, oh, crap, because I forgot I put a hold on it. So I should probably actually do that before before I lose my chance to borrow it. There we go. It is cultish, by the way, in case you're wondering what book it is that I'm borrowing. It is by Amanda Montell, and it's about cults, which is a definite true crime niche interest of mine. I have seen very mixed opinions on this book, so I want to actually read it for myself. Hey, joining from work. Nice. Just sneaking in there. This is why I buy trophies. What in the serial killer? This is why I buy trophies of my favorite Kindle Unlimited. I love that. Oh, I'm stealing and using that, man. I love that so much. Hey, Eleanor. Oh, from shopping. Oh, fun shopping. I see. Also, on my Patreon at the moment, we are supporting each other in a low buy, low spend year where we're taking a little bit of accountability. Not all of us, it's optional, but we're taking a little bit of accountability for what we spend on our hobbies and stuff. So hence the we're not talking about it. Okay, we'll talk about it later. Reading Secret Life of Bones, very nice. 83 out of 550 for my reading goals. I'm in a scary amount of books. Gail, how many is a scary amount? First rule about reading goals, we don't talk about reading goals. Yes, Hannah. My reading goal is going good. I have so far finished 49 books. That's amazing. You guys are machines. I've read 0. That's fair. I'm in such a slump, but we're moving. I can't seem to read anything but comfort fanfics. Fanfic is still reading. That shouldn't be a controversial opinion. Fanfic is still reading. Do what my bestie does and write down the numbers of words / pages that you have read in fanfic, and do yourself a little wrap up at the end of the year, because like book trophies are great. I won this book because I got through all like 500 pages of it on my Kindle. I'm at 20 of 100. Nice. Very nice. Read 25 books so far. 18 books. You guys are going so well. I'm so proud of y'all. I'm escapisming my way through depression. Yes, boo for the depression, lol for the fact that you're using books to cope. So I'm about 10 books ahead of my reading goal. Pros to the gods. Very much so. Reading book 33, depression hit in January, and all I did was read. Isn't that interesting? Like, is it like do you read more when you're depressed or less when you're depressed? I go the other way. I can't read when I'm depressed. Like, it doesn't take me out of myself. I end up like finding all of my triggers in books. Mind you, that might be more to do with the genres that I read than anything else. I'm on book 22 for 2025 and only bought 3 so far. So it's going good to only buy 3 books. Like, who are you? Who are you? Simultaneously feeling slower this month in Jan, but also feeling like I've made huge progress in one of my goals. Well done. You guys are doing so well. 22. I didn't set a reading goal because the pressure siphoned the fun out. That's also a fair take. 15, 25, 19. 42. Oh my goodness. You guys are doing so well. I'm so impressed. 65 books, but my page goal was too ambitious. So I'm still being humbled. Don't worry. This is really interesting. I absolutely love this because I feel no competition at the reading numbers. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't. Everybody reads at a different speed and whatever. We've discussed this 100 times on my channel. But I find it really, really interesting to hear the speed at which other people read. Like, I wish it could be me. It isn't me, but I wish it could be me. 84 and 80. Why so sad? Hi. Sorry, my brain stalled there. Hi, I'm on my 16th book for the year. Quite proud. You should be proud. Well done. Finished 21 so far, so almost halfway what I finished in 2024. Well, I would be able to tell you how many books I've finished so far this year. But unfortunately, yeah, bitch has been writing it down on a bit of paper rather than putting it into Goodreads. So I would have to sit and add them all up and then look at what I'd done for January. So you're just going to have to wait and find out. But like, where did I get to? I'm hoping to finish number 19. March 9th. Oh, I'm a Pisces. Can you not tell? Can you not tell from the emotionality of this person and the amount that I hurt my own feelings? Can you not tell? Hey, all these March babies. This is lovely. To celebrate, I'm going to treat myself to all my rainy day books for the month. Oh, that is a stunning plan. That is a wonderful plan. I love that. Oh, imagine framing your rainy day books as a treat. Imagine. That's blown my mind a little bit. That has blown my mind a little bit, not gonna lie. Finished 10 and currently in my best reading month tracked. Well done. Working on finishing Swimming in the Dark. Finished Heavenly Bodies this morning. Oh, well done. Oh, it is the next one up. Okay, I am very behind. I read The Will of the Many, one of the easiest 5 stars. That ending, excuse me, I know, right? Does anybody know when the sequel is coming out? Does anybody know? Hi, Sarah. We are good. How are you? Finishing up I Who Have Never Known Men, a hard but good read. I'm a book ahead for the Fitzlong. Yes, you are correct. You are correct. Only naughty people do read ahead, Sarah. Okay, so lots of multiple book reading. Oh goodness. Lots of multiple book reading. Oh, Hannah and Malin, you are like the outliers apparently. Bex also. Wow. Okay, currently reading 3. I'm reading 3. Okay. Lots of you guys are reading multiple books. I'm reading one at the moment, but I'm not opposed to starting another. I knew Helen would only be reading one. I feel like I know Helen's reading better than my own at this point. Okay. Wow. Okay. I thought there was going to be a much higher percentage of people who were only reading one book. I feel better about being a chaos gremlin now. I think I'm technically reading 5, but I'm only actively reading 3. Yeah, I'm very actively reading 2, but I'm definitely dipping in and out of all of the rest. Wow, 5. Also 2 over 500 pages. Why have we done this to ourselves, Fiona? Oh, so many people. I used to be a stat girly, but I've become monogamous. I'm very heteronormative of me. Not fibbing when I say I have 12 books going. It's okay. This is a comfort space. This is a safe space. It's okay. When deciding on a book because ADHD, and then pick one book out to read inevitably in a day. Yeah, this feels very me. Yes. I love this. Not one, but many. That wasn't one book stack. That's all the book stacks, Jessica. One, but only because I've recently finished. A couple to be down to one. Okay, that is fair. Heated blanket. I want a heated blanket. Okay. Lots of one, and it's Interview with a Vampire. I like it. Honestly, I don't think that's interesting. That's a different take. You need to read one because otherwise you would never finish one. That's interesting, Sarah. Sarah, I hadn't thought about it that way. The Kobo Girlians whereby my library uses BoardBox, although I do have to plug it in and manually transfer it rather than doing wirelessly. It works great. Okay, more and more of you are convincing me that this is a good plan. Another advantage of Kobo is that you can change the colour of the light on it. It's a nice orangey colour for late night reading. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh no. History and linguistic major microfilm was never my friend is legally blind. Oh my goodness. No. Only read on Kindle, and I didn't even know the download option was there. It's not great that this is the time where we've been hit by this, is it? Like, this is it's not fun that this is how we've found out that this is an issue. I don't think this is a problem because these are not owned by Amazon. I think this only affects things, like, don't take this as gospel, but from what I understand, it only affects things that Amazon owns the rights to. I'm trying to join the audiobook library for blind. Just need an updated letter from my That's really rubbish. That you have to prove. I mean, I suppose if it's like they have a limited service that limited amount of people can use or whatever, but that still feels like really pants that you have to like prove that you need a service. Lots. I started 28 books with soft DNF because I wasn't in the mood for them. Okay, that's definitely better than my total, or higher than my total. I don't know if better is the right word. It's definitely higher than my total, but I understand. I probably read about 90% of my Kindle, so it is very annoying. Yes. Hello, my lovely. It's nice to see you. A lot of work, so probably not much reading. That is absolutely fine. Don't worry. Right. Downloading all my Audible. Yeah, it'll be a long project, but I am going to do it because I am concerned that it's next. Said Lilypad. It makes me think of Monet's water lilies. Also a good take. I wish I could show you this in a better light. There's pictures on my Instagram. My library was suspended holds for the whole month. Will they update? Jail. Straight to jail. No, that's not okay. That's not okay. I don't like this. I would never. I would be so screwed. Because everything I want to read at my library is a hold. I enjoyed Amanda's other book, but yet to read Cultish. Cultish is good. I read it a few years back and found it interesting. Okay. I read Cultish. I think some parts were stronger than others, but overall liked it. As someone with a strange fan, I knew we were the same person. I knew this. I was thinking of getting a Kindle, but they're so expensive, and now this will stick to my cheaper e-readers. So much so. I read Cultish, but I read Magical for thinking I really liked it at first, but it doesn't have a staying power. Oh, interesting. So this is some of the criticism that I've heard about Cultish is that it has a lot of really good ideas, but it just doesn't really take them anywhere. But I'm gonna give it a try. Starting with the Women's Prize for Non-Fiction. Oh, and just so you guys know, we are about to do a sprint. So we're about to sprint. When I do sprints, any sprints, I like to just chat for a little while first. I like the little hour of chatting, like getting to know each other, like getting to know what everybody's up to and stuff. It's fun. I like sprints for the company as well as the concentration. So yeah, a little bit of chat, then a lot of sprinting. Have you read Cult Following by J.W.? Oh no, I have not. And back to the Hell website we go. I really could open Storygraph just as easily as I open Goodreads, though. That's on me. I will go and look. I will go and look when I put this on the sprint. Realize I might do a reread tonight. Ooh, I won't comfort and don't let myself reread enough. Get on that bingo board goal. It's interesting how fast it just goes. When I'm depressed, I rewatch NCIS. It's my mastermind special subject. I love that. And it's a bit, it depends on the depression type for how much I like to read. Like if it's only depression, I read a lot. But if it's sad about me or my life, I read not. That doesn't sound weird. That makes perfect sense. Can't read when I'm depressed or upset because I feel like the feelings latch onto the book. This is my issue. This is my problem. If I'm in my feels and I read a book. Hello. Hey. How you doing? Go on then. So you, big guy. Go. I love that you did a step up instead of a jump. Like, that kind of laziness is a full mood. You good? I'm going to go back to doing this now. Okay, cool. that was his entire like entrance was just like me, but also don't perceive me, which also I understand. Facing someone enable my impulse. I want a can of iron brew. I'm fighting it and losing. Why are you fighting it? Do it. Why are you fighting it? Do it. Yes, do it. You're right. I feel like I should be able to tell your prices, but I never want to be wrong. And like, how much of a read is that, right? Like, how much of a read is that? I can tell you are a Pisces. Saving up for building a house next year, so not buying, but building a house, man. I'm still terrified. It's going to be great for you, but I'm still terrified. My reading has been non-existent in 2025 because things happened. In 2024, and I couldn't concentrate. Things are 95% solved, but rebuilding the reading muscle has been hard. Also, this is very true. Like, reading is a habit, and sometimes when you put it down, it takes a little bit of time for you to pick it back up again and get back into the habit. I read rainy day books and reread favourites in my birthday month every year. Best gift to myself. That is also a great idea. You guys are very smart, and I should listen to you more often. I don't think strength of a few has a... My old granny displeasure face is what I pulled out for that one. A podcast I would watch called Rainy Day Books, Mashed Potato Books, and they hold a mashed potato made to read them all. I love that. I have heard of said podcast. Usually I have 3 books going. One is Pick a Read Aloud for my husband at night, and one audiobook, and one physical book. Oh, I would love to be reading aloud to lovely spouse Harry still, but we've fallen out of the habit, and we have so many other, like, Harry has so many hobbies he's picked up in the last couple of years that we just are never in the same space for long enough. Hey, is there a reason? Do you have to do a whole bath in the background right now? Although I am quite impressed that he's lost a lot of weight on purpose. He needed to lose a lot of weight, as in the vet told him that he needed to lose a lot of weight. I like that. The vet told him. But he is now getting flexible enough to, like, be able to get those legs up. So I suppose, like, I shouldn't really complain about the fact that he's doing like a full wash and blow dry in the background right now. Must be the year for I'm in the middle of about 4. Yeah. I start multiple and then I forget about something and I'll lose interest. Also me. Can't realize when my anxiety is really high. So does the number of books I start and drag along. Dragging along in the background. Right. I think we should do a little spranty sprant. What do we think, guys? So I was thinking straight up 40-minute sprints for tonight. How do we feel about that? Leave me your preferred sprint number of minutes in the comments. If people are leaning massively another way, we'll go with that. But I was thinking about straight up 40 minutes. How do we feel about that? How do we feel about 40 minutes? What do we think? Some votes for 45. 40. My preferred is actually 40 minutes. This is nice. 40, 45. 40 and 45. Okay. I think, let's see. I think we're kind of like we're mostly an even split. 48, 45 my ideal. 48, 50 is my ideal. Love 45 minutes, but 30 is good. You're a brat. Okay. It seems like we're between 40 and 45 minutes. So let's go with 40. And if it's not enough, we can add 5 in the next sprint. We have my handy dandy timer set up so you can see. So I will be here listening to my audiobook whilst doing my knitting after I go for a wee. So I will start our sprinty sprints and then I will go for a wee and come back. So if you guys have not already told me what you are doing in the comments, then please leave that there. And I will see you, lovely eggs, in 40 minutes. did we get on, guys? Hello. I got on fairly well. This audiobook is up to kicking things. This audiobook I'm up to 1.7 listening to it, and it's still perfectly fine and not chipmunky. So I think I'm gonna get through it in a good amount of time. I have 5 more rows to do. 5 more repeats to do on my strap before I can do the other one. And apart from getting myself in a fangle, because that's not the only project that's in this yarn bowl, I'm doing fairly well. How did all of you get on? I wanted to also highlight, if I can find it, Helen mentioned a few of you guys were looking for more accessible audiobooks, and Helen mentioned listening books. So just in case any of you missed that comment, that is a good resource. Where did I get to? Going to listen to Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. Nice. I decided not to buy so many books this year, starting January 1st, and I'm going to keep to it. Really, I am. I have everything crossed for you. Everything crossed for you. If that is what you want to do, if that makes your brain happy, then everything crossed. I'm going to switch to Murderous Contagion, which is turning into the bane of my existence. No. I hate when you have one of those books that you just can't bring yourself to DNF. But and though, you don't want to pick it up either. And it's like, it just sits there and looks at you and makes you feel worse about it. Second started this print 74% in the audiobook of The Younger Woman by Kate Ray. Very nice. I'm going to drive home now. A little bit later I'll finish My First and Only Love by a Palestinian writer that talks about the resistance. Very nice. And you're going to drive home now, so safe drive. We will see you on the flip side. Where did I get to? Dropping by to say hi. Hello, my lovelies. I will sort this out, Coco. I will actually open, for those of you who have no idea what we're talking about, we are talking about the guidebook for our 6 monthly readathon on Patreon. Let me just sort it now, actually, before I forget to do it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Good. Fixed. Thank you very much for pointing that out, my lovely. Finally home and can read. I got nap trapped, but Rob came to pass me my phone. Oh, that was so sweet. Oh, I'm glad that you are having a good time, though. You don't sound like you're having a miserable time. Also, this is an amazing dinner. I very much heart all of the picky bits. For those of you who don't know, Beth just recently had a bambino, and also for those of you who don't know, it is our rule on Patreon sprints that if you are telling us that you're having dinner, we want to know what it is. We want to know what it is. So that is Beth complying with all of the rules. Reading Curfew. I've had this book since the library since December and kept renewing it. Now I have to see. It's the urgency. That's what gets us. It's the urgency to renew. It's like the urgency to hit the deadline because you can't renew, right? Does it every time. I finished my warm coat for the day. Back to my main crochet project. Making a pal plush of our cat. That's so cute. People keep walking into my office, don't they know reading is a priority? Why do they expect you to do work? That's thoroughly unacceptable and frankly just rude. I think they should leave. I'm on a roll today. 41 pages. Very nice. 41 pages. You're doing great. My 3-year-old nephew just sent me a snap saying he likes his pancakes with strawberries and tomatoes. I also like that your 3-year-old just sent you a snap. That's terrifying. Only have 15% on the inheritance left. I hate Belle. I hated character has been unlocked. No reading, but I did get some work done. Very nice. Hopefully next sprint will go even better. Again, everything crossed for you. You're doing achieving. Only read a chapter and a half of Hood Feminism because I was working on a video for my job and I had to test audio for it. Well, I mean, you read some and you accomplished things. So not all reading, but still good stuff. Joined in around 20 minutes and finished 10 pages of Night Terrors. Welcome in, Sapphire. Now at 88% in the younger women, user bossing it. Finally managed to catch up, still finishing up with work. That's okay, Bebe will be here for a while. Got tomorrow's lessons planned. That is accomplishment. About 30 pages swimming in the dark on page 85 of 191. Oh, you can finish that in the next sprint, Alicia. You can do it. 31 pages and 3 chapters of the outrun, 3 chapters left, so hopefully I'll finish. It's so satisfying when people finish books during sprints. Like I get secondhand, like, yeah, get it, do it. 40 pages of Wild Love by Elsie Silver, very nice. 30 pages of This Thing Between Us and ate some cheese and crackers. I'm going to get a snack on the next sprint. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to get a snack. It might be toast. Writing up a blog post, nice. 4 chapters of See Them Run, very good, well done. I ended up going to the second book in Dungeon Crawler Carl. I'm loving it, very good. I'm glad that you're loving it. Hey, you did finish a book and now debating what to read next. Do you have a list? Can we help? I only read a chapter as it was a lot of cat shenanigans happening around me. Yeah, to be fair, this one has once again resumed full like beauty salon regimens. He's very cute, but he's also very troublesome. A busy brain, so slow reading today. Maybe pop on an ambience room in the background, like an ASMR room while I'm not talking, and see if that helps, because I find sometimes it's the silence of just sitting doing the one thing. I find sometimes like if your brain can be engaged on different levels, then you kind of like forget that you're doing a thing and you just do it automatically. Don't know if I've finished Phantasma. Something was just revealed and I don't know if I can get behind it. Ooh, controversy, Ocean. Calibri is also good for accessible books. £30 a year for people who have anything that makes physically reading hard. It's amazing. You guys have all the good knowledge. I read a bit of Bright Young Woman and I also fell asleep on the sofa. I hope that wasn't the fault of the book, Malin, because I love that one. I hope that was just like life do be lifing. There's also the Queer Liberation Library through Libby too. See, you guys are wise and supportive. Read 20 pages, but I have to go to work. Boo. Really glad that you could join us, though. Thank you for coming. Finished one of 4 work tasks. Hey! Knew the stream is all I needed to actually focus. We're just trading. We're trading at this point, right? We will keep each other as accountability partners. 70 pages into Hungerstone by Kat Dunn. Anyone read it? I have not. Has anybody else? Read 1 chapter of Murderous Contagion. I love the title of that book, Murderous Contagion. I have no idea what it is, and I'm just like making up a premise in my head. But Murderous Contagion is a great title, like a great title. Managed to read 30 pages. I'm sat downstairs. My parents have the TV on. I use my earplugs, but I get distracted. That's fair. That's very fair. I don't get distracted by TV or anything in the background unless it's something I desperately want to watch. Unless like Harry's watching something in Loki, I'm like, no, I could just watch that instead of doing whatever else I'm doing. But the rest of the time, it's just nice background noise. 5% of Bandit Queens. Well done. 58 pages of Dragon Rider. Nice. My constant stimmy brain radio has been stuck on Christmas songs. Who has a default jingle? Who has a default brain jingle? Because mine is Jingle Bells. Like, if I'm just... I often say if I'm just on standby mode, we're chatting, go away. I always say if I'm just on standby mode, and I'm just like, I'm just vibing, and not particularly focused on anything, that I'll slip into my like default jingle, and my default jingle is Jingle Bells, no matter what time of year it is. Hey, well done, Olivia! Jeez. Finishing the books. I'm going to spend next week making lunch and showering, provided I can find the spoons. That is true. Spoons are lacking, so I say fuel yourself if it's a choice. 18 pages of Assassin's Quest. Are you enjoying it, Josie? Got through my seminar reading and did a background search on the historical event we'll be working on. Ooh. Now back to my notes on the Atlantic system, industrialization and globalization. Matis, I feel smarter just reading that sentence, not gonna lie. Vaguely vaguely working, maybe. Like maybe question mark, like maybe I will, maybe. Working and getting a new job, so I'm lacking motivation to do much work, and it's bleeding into the other things I could be doing. I understand. I think we've all been there. First time here. Hey, nice to see you. Just managed to join. Eating dinner, which is a big bowl of pasta with even more cheese. You can come back. You can come back to All Sprints. That is a perfect dinner option. Rereading Stooky Stackhouse. Wow. Stooky Stackhouse. That, I don't know if that was just difficult for my brain or if that was difficult for the Scottish accent. I read 50 pages of The Tainted Cup, over 50% of the way in. Nice. I'm trying to finally draw the log firm map in my bullet journal. Maybe I should just put a printout in there. Yeah. I would just be putting a printout in. I did all the hard work, so you didn't have to. Absolutely print it out. I asked him to make me cookie dough last night, and he made so much. I still have loads left. Oh, cookie dough. Be my reward for finishing a book. That's a good plan. That's a good plan right there. You are controversy, Ocean. You are controversy. My cats were distracted. No wonder why. Fair. I usually read 2 pages a minute. Oh, I wish. Started Twisted Ink. Smart got a substitute with my shopping. A spicy pasta bake, but it's a bit too spicy for my korma. Is hot tongue. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I'm also a baby with spice. I don't do spice. I don't mind. I think there's a difference between spicy and hot, right? Because spicy is a taste, but hot is a sensation. And I don't like hot, but I do like spicy. I found ASMR a few weeks ago when I got annoyed by something at work, and I'm now obsessed. I love that the way that you found ASMR was by shutting out your co-workers. That is a full vibe there. Had dinner, and I'm going to start actually reading. Very, very good. Saving up for a course. I'm reading for my TBR for the next 4 months. That's nice. Very excited to finish 4 series all for free. And all of your books are sitting there like, me, pick me next. Like, take me. You are so welcome, Hannah. See you later. There will be more public sprints soon. Down to the last 4 chapters of Witchcraft for Wayward Girls. It is fine. It is fine. Just fine. Mine is the Bob's Burgers theme song. Oh, the Archer theme song got stuck in my head for a little while as well. Oh, I mean, like the Archer theme song's like there's no words. It's very much, it's instrumental, but it's like, you know, when you say Carry On My Wayward Song, for example, and it has the like massive instrumental part in the middle, and like I sing that part too. That's what I mean. Wow, I'm casting everywhere. Like literally everywhere. That's me, not the cats. My default is Hot to Go. Love it. Or one of the Thanksgiving songs they make. Oh, Thanksgiving songs? Oh. The Wizard and I is my default. Murderous Contagion non-fiction that provides a profile of a bunch of diseases, and I want to learn about the diseases. Oh, but it's written in such a boring style. It's interesting because I often say about true crime and about anything memoir-y that there are very much 2 different types, right? There's the kind where an interesting thing has happened to a person who would not normally have chosen to write out their experiences in a book, but they have written a book about their experiences. And then there's the other kind where like interesting things happen to a person who was absolutely meant to have written a book anyway, and so they have written a book about it, right? And I often think that this is the same about any other type of nonfiction, particularly reference nonfiction or anything like this, because I think that the ability to write something in an understandable fashion is different from the ability to write something in an interesting fashion. And if you are not writing for academia, not that academia shouldn't be interesting, it should, but it is also written in an academic format, right? But I feel like a lot of people don't translate that skill, so they forget that they can write something very competently and very well academically, but that might not be interesting for like everybody else. And editors should help with that, right? 5 chapter, listen to a lot of flare up walkies in the flat while listening. Oh, I'm sorry. That's rubbish. It's literally any song that references the last words I heard right now. It's making me so tired. Possibly I'm just normal tired and should sleep. Nah, it must be the brain radio. Stop. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm glad it's not emotionally destroying me as much as Royal Assassin. Royal Assassin's my favorite, but it definitely is an assassin for your emotions also. This is why I like spicy as a descriptor. It's less confusing than spiced as a descriptor. It's less confusing than spicy. Yes, I like this. I had dinner, changed my bedding, and went to shower. Now only reading. Very good. What did you have for dinner though? Tell us. Fluctuates from moment to moment with jingle bells are frequent. I do have generic crowd noise or laughter going on in my head most of the time. This is another one like tell me you're neurodivergent without telling me you're neurodivergent away. Look up the Linda Belcher Thanksgiving song. I don't know if I should, Ocean. I really don't know if I should. Are you just cleaning or are you bopping my plants? Because my plant is moving. Did you bop the plant? Did you? No touch plant. Okay. It's part of the renter's agreement, dude. No touch plant. I've been binge watching Death in Paradise, so that theme tune is stuck in my head. My elevator brain songs. That's a really good way to put that. Or 95 or Nelly the Elephant. That's a very culturally like Scottish off a certain moment song, Gail. It's not bad. No, but will it get stuck in my head like a brainworm and then I'll never be able to get rid of it? I currently have the DuckTales theme song stuck in my It is. He does not pay his rent on time, so the least he can do is not eat my plants. The last time we had a Patreon sprint, he decided that he decided that this plant needed to die. And he literally just like took a bite and shook his head, and little bits of leaf from the plant went everywhere, like stuck to my neck curtains and everything. The strip. Oh, Hannah. Oh no. That's gonna be stuck in my head now. For some reason, Fraggle Rock is my go-to earworm, guaranteed to pop into my head if I'm left alone unsupervised for more than 5 minutes. No, stop it. I don't need any other thing to sink into right now. You are evil. Steak with fried mushroom. Oh, fries and mushrooms. It was very good. Like I say, if you mention food in the chat, we need to know what it is. Or the duck song. The duck walked up to the lemonade stand. I don't know this. Oh no, don't put any more songs in my head. Right, that is a very good time. A very, very good time for us to go on another sprint. So I'm going to go get a snack and refresh my water because it's got to room temperature. And I will see you guys in 40 minutes. Be accomplished. And if you can't, have fun. Hello. How did we get on? How did we go? So I'm doing fine. I like The Inheritance. But ultimately it is a short story collection. And I'm not a huge lover of short stories, which we all know. Even short story collections which are related to like my favorite series, I still generally don't enjoy them that much. And this one also I can't say much because I don't want to give any spoilers, but this one also takes place in a place where I'm just happy to be done with by this point. So it's fine, but it's definitely not my favorite book in this series. In other news, I did get the strap finished, and I am really just trying as much as possible to keep it on this cord. So back, front strap, need to do this strap now. And then I will well, obviously not try it on, but I will see whether I need to add more length to the straps once it is on and stretched. Let me see how you got on. Where did I get to? 10 pages of Waterman and now back to work. Boo. Boo Hess. Boo Hess for work. 6 more chapters read. Very good. Well done. Listen to Dungeon Crawler Carol while doing chores. Well done for getting chores done, Fiona. Nobody likes chores. I love books that mention recipes as part of their story. I just spent a considerable amount of time salivating over Brazilian empadão. Am I saying empadão? I should just stop trying to pronounce that as a Scottish person who has not looked up the pronunciation of that word. You know, I had to go digging for recipes, so I read one page. I love that. Just read about 50 more pages. Well done. That's fast. Another 40 pages. Definitely go you. You're doing good. 126 of 191. You can do it, Alicia. I believe in you. Made some mac and cheese, and since I got dishes done at the same time, so rewarded myself with a coffee. You can keep the coffee because I'm not a coffee person, but I will take the mac and cheese because mac and cheese is essentially Scotland's national dish. I mean, it's not, it's haggis, but it's mac and cheese. To pick up my brother from school and take him to driver's ed. I mean, that's a rubbish errand, but at the same time, do you get to read in the car while he's doing his stuff? Are you taking him back? I'm almost done with my book. Well done. You guys are going great. Another 30 pages of night terrors and made some maple chai tea. Very fancy. I also had a slice of toast. My snack was 1 slice of toast and some fresh water. Which is a hydration reminder for you guys if you have not done that yet. I wasn't kidding about that in my intro. I didn't do anything. I think I'm too tired already. That's fair. I will switch to reading. That's fair. That is fair. Another 70 pages. Well done. How much of the collection is Realm of the Elderlings? Oh, how much of the Inheritance? It's been a while since I read it, but at least I would say over half. Hold on. It has been a while because, yeah, there are some Megan Lindholm, which is Robin Hobb's other name that she writes by. So Goodreads lists it as 4.5 and 9.5 in the series, so there is a story for both of those. But there are other stories in between. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of the short stories are Megan Lindholm, and 1, 2, 3. 3 are Realm of the Elderlings, but by memory, those are longer. So, skip the alien ones. Finished the outrun and caught up with Star Wars Discord. Nice. New trailer dropped, so lots of excitement. That is exciting. I am not a Star Wars fan, but I enjoy that so many people enjoy it. Another 3 chapters, but got distracted by Kitty Cat deep snoring. By me. These are the first cats that I've had who've ever snored. One of our cats snored after surgery, like that deeply, and the anesthetic thing. But these two snore literally consistently. Also, let me see if I can do this without him spying me doing it. Look at this. That's a tail. He's all tucked in. He's very cute. He's very cute. Oh, sorry. Yes. Finish 3 or 4 work tasks. Woo! Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Finally got reading after chores and spent some time with husband. That's nice. Quality time is good. I read The Inheritance and I've yeeted it out of my brain. Just a bit bored. That's fair. Absolutely fair. I need to read a short story collection for our fantasy bingo, and it's a struggle. I'm just not a fan. I've said this before on my channel, like a lot of times, but I feel like for me, what happens in a short story collection is that I fall in love with the characters right as the story is ending. So controversially for me, I don't like starting books. I like the middle parts, and I do like finishing them. Despite the fact that I have an issue with that, I do like finishing them, right? So starting books for me is always a struggle, because unless it immediately, and I mean like immediately, is something that I'm obsessed with, which doesn't happen all that often. Like, I would maybe say like 1 in 10 books is one that I'm like, can't put this down. Unless it's that situation, I really struggle at the start of books, and I often find myself reading the first chapter twice to like cement things in my head. So that means that short stories just don't work for me, because by the time that everything is cemented and I'm used to where everything is and how everything works, it ends. And they often end in a twist as well, which I find deeply unnecessary a lot of the time. So yeah, it's not my happy place. It's not my happy place. Only 5% of Inheritance left. I'm the same. It's not my favorite hob. It's not my favorite, but it's Hob, so it's fantastic. Yes, that is fair. Not sure if I'll bother rereading Piebald. I mean, if you've read it already, I would say whatever. But if you haven't read it, read 50 more pages of Tainted Cup. I'm so sorry to say I don't get the obsession. It's good, but not special to me yet. I'm enjoying myself, but every review has been full of exuberant love. What has happened there is the hype train has just choo-chooed its way on by, and you haven't gone. You haven't bought a ticket. It's fine. It's fine. Why are you judging me? Look at his face. Hello. You've been full of sass tonight. You have. Sassy. Oh, I'm so sorry. Is it because I'm still talking and it's like bedtime? Is that the issue? I'm still talking and it's bedtime. He just held my hand so I didn't take it away. You're very cute, but you're also troublesome. And to disappear for a while was Ray was in a chatty mood. Oh, kid chats are good though. I've started my reread of Assassin's Creed, still far behind in the read, but slowly catching up. Hey, if you can do 1 a month, you can catch up. You can do 1 a month, you can catch up. 13 pages, well done. Hi, how are you? Currently reading A Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Kingfisher. Who's excited for the new T. Kingfisher covers? So the Sword Heart series is getting new covers, and also the Paladin series, which I have. Until we get to the comments. Yeah, I have pre-ordered the Paladins one, so that will eventually end up on my 60%. Toe beans. Toe beans. So many beans. So many toe beans. He's so out of it. I don't even think he noticed. Don't even think he noticed. Right, hummus and pita is an easy dinner. That is an easy dinner, and I also approve of it. Hummus is definitely a go-to. Crochet cat's head going well. Nice. Started at the beginning of sprints, now around 15. Oh, you've bossed it. Perfect time when you came back. I moved to 3 rows of single crochet, so I don't have to count. That is very good. Not an hour, but could you tie the cord together? Oh, this is grabby cord. So like it's actually quite like it kind of it's quite hard to move it through the stitches, and like the stitches grip on, because also this is quite a small gauge. What are these? These are like a UK 3mm, so what's that, like a US 2.5. So like this part ain't going nowhere, like it's not sliding, this part's not. But yeah, I am playing fast and loose with it at this point, because I know what I'm like. Like, see, it's not going anywhere, but it's less an issue with this and more an issue with me, and more an issue that I am liable to catch this and snap it, because it's quite it's quite not fragile, but yeah, I have done it before, basically, is what I'm saying. I unfortunately had to DNF Bandit Queens. Oh, that's so sad. Do you have something that's like more of a surefire win lined up? That's what I was trying to say. Lined up for after. Listening to Men at Arms, nice. 75% through. Woo woo. We love Men at Arms. Read 3 chapters. Well done, Ella. Made some roasted. Wait, there are many words here. Made some roasted salted honey Brussels sprouts. Ooh, that sounds decadent. I'm a Brussels sprout lover personally, but they have to be done nicely. We had a conversation about this on Patreon Sprints not that long ago, where we were talking about like veg, and how my mum used to just like boil it, like that's it, just boiled until it fell apart, and then it took me years to realize that like that's not how people cook. Hey, go me. I don't know how I managed that, but go me. For 3 hours, I'll be taking myself back home after he's dropped off. That's fair. Okay. I restocked my Tulsi tea supply as a type of basil, but not basil flavored. Eleanor, please explain how that works. I'm getting so sleepy, and I'm over these steam on myself. Oh, I might go to bed and watch Criminal Minds. Which season of Criminal Minds, though, Mattis? Are we like current Criminal Minds, or are we like nostalgia Criminal Minds? 17 pages, though. I feel like you can do it, but also if you're not taking it in, and it's going to mean you have to read it again later, then I vote no. My mum calls it the end of the sprint. Hey, that's nice, though. Mum chat. So I missed the beginning of the chat, but that's okay. That's all right. We just gassing. Finished the video I was working on and took a break to read 10 or so pages of The Golden Raven. Very nice. Well done. 20 pages, working all day tomorrow. Boo. I only have a half-hour lunch. Oh, so hoping I can read a bit more. Don't like reading novels while working because I feel taken out of the story. No, I don't think that's a weird you thing. I didn't usually... If I could go, when I had a like 9-to-5 job, if I could go and have my lunch in my car and listen to my audiobook there, that was fine. But if I actually had to physically read in a lunchroom or at my desk or something, then that was a no. We'll see you later, my love. I know you're budget. He's very cute. I really want to, but it'll annoy him. I'm actually quite surprised Fit stayed for as long, because I'll be perfectly honest, when I film, McNab will stay here, Esme will stay in her bed here, but Fitz, if he is anywhere in the same room as me, I literally just need to put the tripod on the desk and he goes and then he leaves and he doesn't come back until I'm finished. He is thoroughly sick of listening to me at all times, and it is only me and him in the house. Like, it's only me and the other pets in the house during the day, so it's like, so I usually read novellas if possible, but I don't switch books. Okay, so I just have to read whatever I'm reading. Yeah, that's fair. It's fair. We got a 13-year-old British short hair. Oh, it's snored like an old cat. Oh, hi Rebecca. Joined just in time for cute kitty cam. He is adorable. This bed was supposed to be for his sister so that she had more options, but he has bogarted it. It's gone. It's his now. I'm trying to get some motivation to read Lady Susan by Jane Austen. Oh, need motivation? Are we not vibing? Are we not vibing? Do we not like? 90% sure I did read The Inheritance, but I have no memories of it. That's fair. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I knew Sarah would advocate for this. Yep. I also wouldn't bother on a reread, but I think it really does add. Yes, I agree. I completely agree. I accidentally woke up the kitten and he's been sassing me too. Oh, baby. Some of the short stories I've been Shirley Jackson's. I find her don't rely on a twist to make them interesting. The characters are always immediately interesting as well. I've read a lot of Shirley Jackson and I'm just not. I wish I was a bigger fan. Oh, sorry guys, that's my medication reminder. Very loud. Yeah, I like her writing a lot, but I seldom like where any of them go. But it is that's definitely a me thing because I know like Shirley Jackson's like a cult favourite. I know, he's so cute. He's got a little pink nose too, but he is refusing to show it. He's literally like this. He's very cute, but he's very annoying. 2 books I want to read on Spotify. They're both 7 hours, so if I can read them both in the same month, and I feel very smug. That is a very... Oh, he did pop up his nose there. Oh, no. Rude. I think he did that just because I said it. He was like, no. What a brat. This is a very good use of your Spotify hours. I approve of this message. I want a cat so bad, but I'm extremely allergic. Oh, they're angelic creatures. He is not an angelic creature. None of mine are currently angelic creatures. Esme is okay, but I think she leans more in the witch direction than Angel. So it's so cute, right? He's so lovely. I've sort of heard and have read Paladin's Grace. T. Kingfisher's definitely a favourite author. Yeah, for me too. I much prefer the horror, but I do love all of T. Kingfisher's stuff. I'm looking very much forward to the Paladin's covers though because they're stunning. They are stunning, hunty. They are beautiful. Pernice reread an Owlish, a book I've heard no one talk about. I like that. Oh, it's hard to invest these days though in a book that you've absolutely never ever heard of ever before, right? Like sometimes I'm like, yeah, let's just give it a go. I've got one on the go right now that's called Wish You Weren't Here, and it's so freaking good. Helen and I just found it randomly in a in Transrail in Edinburgh, which is like an independent sci-fi fantasy shop. And we really we laughed out loud in the shop so much that I was like, oh, I'm taking that home with me. And it's so good. Like, it's been so fun. But I very rarely do that these days. Like, I very rarely do. I'm in the popular group here. I really love short stories and anthologies. I love the snapshot they give. I liked studying short stories when I was in uni because I feel like much like studying poetry, it's like a little captured moment, like you say. And I think you can get a lot from studying them, but as like a pleasure thing, it's not my pleasure to read them. I had to explain to hubby earlier why I was watching this woman knit. Like I was being a creep or something. Honestly, I often do wonder what like our friends and like spouses and whatever, like our like connections, what they think when they see a sprint when somebody's just sitting silently. Or like has their face like behind a book and you're just like watching the back of their book. It's very funny. It's very funny. With the exact same cat bed on my desk, my little chunk sleeping in it. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I finally got, so he's so fickle. He is so fickle with beds. and he very, very often will be absolutely obsessed with the bed for a little while, and then he will never look at it again. Ever. He will never look at it again. And he had a bed exactly like this on my desk from when he was a kitten for a very long time, and it was just his paradise. He loved it. And then he stopped using it one day, and I've like replaced it with various desk beds since then. And when I finally got the edge of my desk back, I was like, do you know what? I'm never going back to this. I'm never going back to having a cat bed on my desk. I hate not having that end of my desk. And then the little brat, I put this here because I thought nobody will sleep in it. And that way I can give it to Esme again and see if she'll like take to it. And the little brat got into it, and now it's his. Like, he has never been interested in any of the beds, new or old, that I've put on the desk since that first one. He is a brat. But has a professor of literature called Q, and I don't need to know anything else I'm in. That is an interesting hook, Eleanor. I will be very excited to find out later on, like, Patreon sprints, what you think of that one. Not a cat person, but you're making me want to be a cat person. Yeah, but the cute glimpses are not parkour at 3 a.m. Or like any other animal in the world where you distantly hear vomit happening and you're like, I'm going to step on that later. So trust me, I love them to pieces and would not be without them, but they're no better than human children sometimes. No follow-up yet, but I have to go to sleep soon. Oh, that's sad, but that's okay. There will be future public sprints once again, and if you want other sprints, you can always come over and join us on Patreon. Speaking of, my guys, I think it's like, 9:05 here, so in the evening. Next time I do public sprints, I'll probably start them earlier and go for a bit longer. But I'm thinking maybe like after I get to the bottom of the comments, maybe we'll do one more sprint and we'll do like a 30-minute sprint and then like have a wee chat to like wrap up. How are we feeling about that? I think I'm asking my friend to teach me how to knit. Oh, that's exciting. I can ask my mother, but I don't want to feel observed. I understand. Observed and judged. My mum taught me how to cross stitch, and then I didn't do it for many years. Had to pick it up again as an adult and then just taught myself. So I understand. I unlocked a new obsession with cross stitch. I'm trying to stop myself from buying all the sets. Seeing that this one will take me another month or two to finish, I don't need to buy more. This is the thing, right? Exactly like books. I'm trying to do a thing right now where I'm like, am I going to want to read this in the next 6 months? Not like right now, because that's not how my brain works, but am I going to want to read this in the next 6 months? And if the answer is, I probably won't get to it, I probably won't prioritize it, then it needs to go on a wish list and it doesn't need to come into my house. And like, it's very depressing. Like, it's deeply depressing. But I need to be more realistic about like the actual things that I'm bringing in, because I don't have space. Granted, this bookcase here is thrillers from there to about there, and there are a lot of gaps in this, like a lot of gaps in this. And this is literary fiction and random stuff, literary fiction classics to about there. And there's quite a big turnaround on that shelf when I actually do read things. So, like, I do have room. My fantasy shelves are also not absolutely rammed. So I do have some room, but I don't want it to get to the point where I'm, like, actually trying to juggle things. So that's what I'm trying to do right now with books. It's called Holy Basil. It tastes a little flowery, peppery, and clove-like. That's really interesting, Eleanor. Thanks. I might look. I want to like weird teas, but I'm an English breakfast bitch. Like, realistically. I adore Kingfisher's fantasy and really just like, oh, that's interesting. I mean, it is heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking, but that is interesting. Oh, how come? How come, what is it? I mean, to be fair, all of their horror's very, very different. So I feel like even if you like one, like even if you like the twisted ones, you might not necessarily like Hollow Places if it's the plot you're in it for and not the writing. Oh yes, so we're on week, what are we on? Let me look at the calendar. Since Mr. Nimbus had his knee surgery. So if you missed this, guys, Nimbus, who is a Springer Lurcher cross, so he's a big dog, had a knee surgery. So he had it on, so they kept him in, so it's Tuesday. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that right? That doesn't feel right, but it might be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. So this week is week 7. So it's apparently a 12-week recovery. That is what the vet said. I would say he's probably maybe a week ahead of where he should be. He's now at the point where he occasionally, because his cage is downstairs, it's usually, his cage is usually upstairs with his brothers, and they have like their little den in our spare room. But it's downstairs in my living room right now. But I would say that he is a week ahead of where he should be, and he's now at the point where he's breaking out of the living room occasionally and sneaking upstairs. And he can do them, but it does mean that he's a little bit more hoppy afterwards. So they definitely cost him to do the steps. But he's no longer like not putting weight on the knee. So we're thinking next week we'll bring the cage up and he'll just do up in the morning and like down in the morning, sorry, and up in the evening, and we'll keep him downstairs for the rest of the time. But he is absolutely losing his mind, breaking his freaking heart every single night, and every single night we're having to give him the anti-anxiety medication, which makes him sleepy to get him to sleep, and it's destroying everybody's mental health. His, mine, Harry's, nobody's happy about it. I'm sure Padfoot, his brother, is not happy about it either, because he is in bed, like upstairs listening to his brother cry downstairs and can't work out why. So yeah, it's not been a fabulous experience. Would not recommend. But also, like, he tore a cruciate ligament, so what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So yeah, cross fingers next week he can come up. He's definitely playing a bit more. He's definitely happier in himself when he's allowed out of his cage a lot more to walk about. So, because it was meant to be complete cage rest for 12 weeks, and we were like, no. He got to the point somewhere during week 3 where I heard a weird noise and I was like, what is that? And I went downstairs and he was actually pulling the bars of his cage in with his teeth because he was so frustrated, and he's the sweetest, softest little boy ever. So that was definitely a sign that it was not working for him. But that long-winded answer to say better than he was, not repaired, and hopefully we're gonna stop destroying everybody's sanity next week. Cleaning out and backing up old photos while I'm off work. That is very tough. Wow, I like, hats off to you. I hate that job. I know logically I can't keep tens of thousands of blurry similar kitty pics, but it's hard deleting when those cats are gone. I mean, you can, Sophie. You can keep them if you want. You can get endless hard drives and keep them if you want. Nobody can make you delete them. Owlish, published by Fitzcarraldo Editions. I love their books so much, so I'm trusting it based on that. A publisher that you trust. I like that. The book I was halfway through and really loved when Libby ripped it from my bleeding hands, but it's just coming again. How many of us have done that though? Like, how many of us have sincerely been like on page, I don't know, 324 of a 350-page book, and Libby's like, nah, time's up. Want to know how it ended? Go back on the 12-week waiting list, beach. That's what you get. He does. He takes after me. Good night. It was so nice to see you. Hope you get to join again. My cats hate all beds except mine. Rude. It's making fun of people who watch those 8 Twitch streams where the streamer just talks about whatever. Now my ex said I couldn't say anything because I spent hours just watching people read. That's rude. That's really rude. But also had a point. But they're an ex for a reason, right? Every so often one of my cats likes to bring toys to bed. That's so cute. At least it's toys. At least not an outdoor cat. Because it could be worse. Start as he's dreaming and he's doing twitchies. Start to sprint his bedtime. Just gone midnight here. It was really nice to see you, Beth. And we will be here again. I don't like the main characters, where I love the main characters of Kingfisher's fantasy. Okay. And the humor in the contemporary stuff doesn't work for me at all, whereas the humor in the fantasy is perfect. Okay, I understand that. I actually feel like the humor in... So I compare T. Kingfisher's horror books to urban fantasy books from back in the day. So I'm talking things like Ilona Andrews, Patricia Briggs, even Laurel K. Hamilton to a certain degree, although Laurel K. Hamilton was never funny, just like deeply, harshly sarcastic. But like that kind of tone is how the humor goes in T. Kingfisher for me. And that really works for me because I was an urban fantasy queer back in the day. But I totally get if that's not for you, because it is a very specific brand of humor. So, like, I completely get if that doesn't work for your brain. Our dog has wobbly lips. Oh, from his epilepsy meds, and also can't make it upstairs yet. Oh, poor Bobby. I'm sending so many healing thoughts because it's frustrating and it's a lot to worry about. At the doctor. Oh, Teresa, it's rubbish though. The wait's another hour? An hour? Teresa! An hour? That's so much boredom. I mean, it's nice that you're here and you get to watch back me chatting rubbish, but like, that's a long time. Hey Rachel, how are you? I have a break between clients, so I'm joining. It's nice to see ya. I'm identifying with these dogs. I'm too having to awkwardly crawl upstairs lately, and it does indeed suck. Oh, Sophie. Not gonna lie though, it is my aspiration in life in the future to have a bungalow. To have my house all on one level. Because the exploding ankle incident was kind of the decider for me, because the older I get, the more I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I fall a lot these days. I'm offering that myself. Migraine took a baseball bat and went to... Oh no, I'm sorry. I don't like that. But me chatting in your ear is probably not helping. So absolutely go and lie down and relax. I try pressure bikes and it's not my thing. Yes. Yep. That's an interesting question. So I too am, Nimbus is on a 12-week timeline. I'm on a 12-month timeline. So I'm reliably informed that it was May. It feels later than that in my head, but Jill, whose stairs I fell down, told me that it was May. So I guess I'm coming up on, what is that? I don't know how many months that is. Somebody else do the math. But like, what are we? February, March, April, May. So I've got 3 months and it's a year. I think I'm probably right about where I should be, in that if I've got a shoe on and I'm outside, I don't notice it. If I'm inside and I don't have shoes on, I notice it coming down the stairs a lot. And I also notice it if I've been sitting, if I don't elevate my ankle, like if I don't put it up on something while I'm sitting, I definitely notice it, and it still sometimes swells up. About 2 months ago, Harry and I went out for like a country park walk, kind of in the woods, and there was like I wanted to go look at the pretty trees on the other side, and there was like a little ditch, and I didn't think about it because I didn't feel it in my shoes, and I pushed off with my good foot and landed with all my weight on the other ankle, which would be what I would normally do because it was my left ankle that broke, and my dominant leg is my right leg, so I used that to push off. And I landed, and I was immediately like, oh no, we still can't do that yet. So there's definitely some stuff that I can't do. I would normally like have no hesitation standing on a chair to get to the very top books of my Billy bookcase downstairs. Hi, boo boo. He woke up. But now I probably wouldn't do that if Harry wasn't there. So it's definitely getting there. And the ADHD's actually been really helpful for this because I'm never still. And I constantly have like my this sounds really bad, but my legs in weird positions. I'm constantly in various different tangles. Oh, he's gone. He's abandoning us. He's abandoning us. Bye. Probably need a wee. You've been asleep for hours. Yeah, so I've constantly got my legs in like weird positions and my ankles in weird positions. So yeah, I think that helped a lot PT wise. But I could probably do more. I could probably do more, and I'm not. I have a bungalow, been here 2 years, and I don't know how he stairs anymore, honestly. Like, taking our, like, big laundry basket up and downstairs and stuff, I'm like, my Scottish ancestors would be real mad at me because I feel like every time anybody puts like a basket on a hip, we're taken back to like Scottish ancestors of like washerwomen and people who carried coal around and stuff like that. And I feel like I'm letting them down because I can no longer reliably do this and walk downstairs. I need both hands just in case. I'm in the waiting room and now in a private room, so get to listening, and I'm not working. Oh, I mean, this is good, but also still poo. Hi, Carrie. Hello. How are you doing? I grew up in my house with stairs and now have a single level, and I'm not sure I would ever go back. Yeah, genuinely. Oh, genuinely. Like, I never thought I would be that person, but I fall so much these days that I'm just constantly terrified. And I've fallen downstairs before with no consequences, like many times. In our rental house when we first got together, we had a like spiral staircase at the bottom, and there was no banister at the bottom, so there was nothing to hold on to on the corner of the steps. And I went flying from the third corner and landed on my bum on the bottom step, and nothing happened to me. I was fine. I didn't even have a sore back. Like, I was fine. And that luck's just not transferable for the rest of your life, you know? I loved Alex and the Sworn Soldier series by T. Kingfisher, and I've bought A House with Good Bones. I like A House with Good Bones a lot. My old girl cat likes to sleep with her face on mine. Oh, to let her though, because she first moved in off the streets. Oh, her brother brought her home. We could barely touch. Jessica, that's so cute. My in-laws have a bungalow and they came over last week to help decorate an upstairs room. They were on the struggle bus with having to stare. That's my only worry though, is like, will I lose the ability to regularly stare? Because like, it's just a normal thing now, because obviously we only have one bathroom, it's upstairs. So if you want to pee, you have to go upstairs. So like, I would always say start with the twisted ones. Always, always, always. I feel like that is very urban fantasy. Mouse is like a middle-aged urban fantasy character, because of course most urban fantasy characters are like in their like mid-20s, right? But Mouse is a middle-aged urban fantasy character, essentially cleaning out their grand's house in the woods, which was hoarded to the rafters. Their dad's ill and can't get there to do it himself, so they take their dog, and it's just the two of them in this weird house in the woods. And they meet a couple of neighbors of their grands who are very like, hey, look, if you need anything, we're just across there. And then they have to spend the first night in the house and things go badly. It's a really good book. I really love it. Never trust by nature when it's only there to lure us into injury. Seriously. It was also just complete impulsivity. It was literally textbook ADHD, because I did not think before I did the thing. I didn't even consider before I did the thing. I just did it and then immediately reaped the consequences. So sorry, Eleanor. I know you don't like to be made aware that you have bones. I love a bungalow. I just need one the size of an Amazon warehouse with the amount of stuff that I have. Yeah, that's my only other issue, right? Because if we were gonna move to a bungalow, we would need the footprint that we've got with stuff here. But like, I don't know if we can. Okay, right. Shall we? I've actually chatted for more. I'll give you guys the opportunity. Do you want one more sprint? So one more 30-minute sprint, or do you want to chat rubbish for another 10 or 15 minutes? What would you like to do? Like I say, next time I will definitely start a little bit earlier, so we get a few more sprints in. But I knew this was going to go this way for the first time I did public sprints after a little while, because I was like, I 100% know that I've not chatted to you guys on public sprints for ages. So yeah, so tell me how you feel. Do you guys want another sprint to be more productive, or do you just want to cheat? I am happy to do either. I note that everybody currently voting for Just Chat is a patron. Like I see you guys. I know that, and yeah, Gail, we do. We've got we have Patreon sprints tomorrow, which will start early. I think it'll start at 5, and go till late. So we do have more sprints tomorrow if you want to join us there. Okay, I I love the amount of people, literally pretty much every single person who has voted for Just Chat is is a patron. I love that. You're all okay. Look, we'll go with it then. We'll go with it. You are trolls. You are trolls. You are all trolls. You are a predictable bunch of trolls. Good night, Gail. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, yeah, we can chat. We'll chat for like another 15 minutes. And next time we'll just start earlier so we get more sprints in. Actually, normally I could usually go later as well, but I have a thing tomorrow. Yeah, so in terms of I have a question. So like in terms of reading, how many days have we got left this month? What are we on? What is this? The 24th? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god. I did not realize we only had 4 days. That is terrifying. That is terrifying. Damn. Okay. I'm just doing random math in my head. I don't think this is entirely accurate, but looking at what I've got left, I have the equivalent, I would say, of about, I'm going to conservatively say 800 pages of like a standard size paperback left to do this month. I'm not going to count the last Miss Marple book that I need to read this month in that total, because I'm listening to it exclusively on audiobook, and they're very quickly, they're very quick, they're very fast, but B, they're smaller than a standard paperback and there's less words on a page, so they're short, right? That's a lot of pages. That is a lot of pages. So that's a lot of pages. Damn. Okay. I'm going to have to knuckle under. Right, my question was going to be, how many of you guys have set yourself an actual TBR for this month? Like how many of you have been like, right, this is what I'm reading this month and have accomplished that, versus how many of you have just vibed with it? I want to know that, because I am considering doing a vlog next month where I am not going to, so here's my dilemma. I don't know whether I do a TBR for March or because I'm going away for Harry's birthday at the end of the month. We're going away for a couple of days. So like 4 days, I think. So we've got like a short holiday at the end of the month. And it's my birthday at the start. So I'm considering not doing a TBR for March and just letting you guys have control by doing polls on Instagram, on Patreon, on my community tab on YouTube. I'm considering just letting you guys decide what my next books are and then doing it as a vlog for the month. And I don't know if that's insane. I don't know if that's nuts. What do you think? Where did I get to? No, I commissioned a friend to do it in my style. That sounds weird. So basically, this is my style of art. This is the style of art that I do digitally. I have both this style and like a more, let me see if I can find art that I have done in my house so that I can just show you and not have to please hold. Okay, so my two sort of art styles, we've got this art style, which is very much exactly what this is, right? So we have this art style. This is my art. So that's one of the bookmarks from my shop. Which, before anybody asks, I know you're going to ask, I'm building the new website and I'm moving off of Etsy. I'm building the new website in March. So there will be a new website in March. Yeah, so that's my style. The other style that I do is like this. This is a Patreon bookmark. This was a Patreon bookmark. So I wanted my style of art, but I didn't want to have to do it for myself. I have done many times in the past other people's branding, and I really enjoy the process of doing it for other people, but I really hate the process of doing it for me. So my friend who watercolors rather than digitally, and we've swapped art on a number of like occasions before, my friend did this for me. So I paid her, but she did this for me. So it was exactly what I wanted. I just didn't want to do it myself. Not enough. I know 4 days. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. It's the 24th Twin Peaks day. Okay, that did not connect for me. 4 days and 5 books left of this month's TBR. Ooh. 200 pages a day. We believe in you. Can I do it though? Can I do it, Caroline? I really want to finish Lightbringer by the end of the month. I really want to finish Lightbringer. I don't know if I'm gonna. I always forget about 28 Days of February. Yeah, it happens every year. Yes, very me. Not doing TBRs this year. Fair. Always vibing. Always vibing. No TBRs. I have a set TBR every month. Do I ever read the books in it? Absolutely not. Do they become the books that you then avoid, Jessica? Do they become the books that you're then like, peace, nah, I'm never reading you again? Or is it just, I'm not reading them this month? I vibe for February, but I'm setting a TBR for March. I'm terrified. I'm terrified by the idea of not setting a TBR. I'm also planning on at some point in the future asking some booktube friends to pick me a TBR for the month. I'm terrified of that too, but I'm gonna do it because there'll be fun vlogs. TBR is done for February. Just picked up my first unplanned read for the month. Caroline, you're making me feel unaccomplished, man. You're making me feel unaccomplished. I set one. Accomplishing is a very different question. I create bingo boards and use them. Okay, that's fair. That's I am very dedicated to my bingo boards, but whether or not I actually always finish the exact TBR, I have 3 books I'd like to finish. Somehow I have set 20 books a month as an arbitrary goal. Eleanor, I'm not a fainting person, but that made me want to faint. 20 books a month is terrifying, man. I think from my stats video, 19 books a month. 19 books was my best month, but that was the month in which I read all of a series of Unfortunate Event books. And then like multiple chunky fantasies on the end, I think. But how many? So like 13 of them. So like that skewed my numbers for that month. But the other month was February, where I did 13, which seems to be a thing. And I'm trying to make a thing again, but 4 books by the end of or like 800 pages rather in 4 days. Oh, and we've got friends coming around on Thursday, and I love them to pieces, but they never leave in a timely fashion. Oh, I don't know. I'm reading 2 books currently, and I don't know if I'll be finishing them. Finally started the Veronica Speedwell series. I'm reading a non-fiction about Eleanor Roosevelt and our good friend, Lorena Hickok. Is it like you don't know if you'll be finishing them because you don't know you'll get them done by the end of the month, or because you don't know whether you want to DNF them? Or February is always my shittiest month mentally, so I didn't set any goals. Oh, Coco, I hate that. But I kind of also like that you can plan for the self-care of that. That's nice. As much as it's an awful thing that's your worst month of the year, it's kind of nice that you're like, but I know I like ahead to plan nice things for myself. 5, because my best friend is visiting, and I know I won't get much rest. Okay, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. There will be too much chat. So next month I have got, like I said, I've got my birthday. I've got my official date with the court to change my name. And then I've got Harry's birthday, and then, like I said, we're going away, and I've got a day out with my friend. But apart from that, I don't have anything else. So I could set a TBR, like I could, but I'm also really tempted to just be like, here are, I don't know, like 5 books. You guys pick. Oh, sorry, TBR and vibes when that was done. That's sensible. I don't ever get to the vibes when it's done part though. Like never. I've accomplished mine, but I had a DNF and had to change a book for one prompt. Pesky readathon, making you think on your feet, man. I have 4 more on my TBR, but very close on all 4. My TBR is only loosely set and it morphs as I go. Interesting. So like, wait, is this like I've read this book and I really liked it, so I might read another one by this author, or like I read a thriller and now I'm in a thriller mood, so I'll read more thrillers. Is that what you mean by like it morphs as you go? I only had 2 books I needed to read, and I read both. +6, Fiona. The accomplishment. I still need to read the Mad Ship to catch up with the readathon, but the TBR was really short this month. You can still do it. If you can read Mad Ship and Ship of Destiny next month, then you can. I can never remember what order the Fool's books go in. Fool's Errand. You can then read Fool's Errand. I never remember the Fool's Errand, the Golden Fool, and Fool's Fate. I can never remember the order of those books, and it drives me mad. I vibed in the hopes of evading a slump. That's fair. That's very fair. I think that would end up with me having consequences of a slump. I would end up in, hello, did you come back? Hi. He literally, McNabb just arrived and he was like, mother, are you still talking? I wish to go back to sleep. I set a few books I want to read for the month and I've been making progress in all of them. But I've been mainly mood reading my way through Assassin's Quest in the background. Hi. How you doing? How you doing? Am I allowed? Okay. He loves the smell of yarn. So anything that has actual wool content in it, he's a fan. Hello. I can't see the screen. That's upsetting. It is a good vlog idea, right? Like, it's a really good vlog idea, but at the same time, it's terrifying. Oh, hello. Oh, wow. I mean, that was rude and nice at the same time. It's cold in the windowsill. I vibe with it because I keep getting library books despite having a ton of books to read at home. I used to pick a TBR, but then the library books will infiltrate it. That's another reason why I'm like, if I do a random one and I don't have a TBR, when my holds come in, I can just be like, right, I need to read that book next because my hold came in. Do you know what I mean? Because then it would be kind of like a library. Oh, that's hard to say. I was gonna call it library roulette, but I can't say it. Library. Oh, the Scottish has got me. That's when people want to say things like purple burglar in the hopes that you can't say it, but I'm not Glaswegian enough that I have trouble with that one. But library roulette. Oh, no. I'm going to have to think of a different name for it. It is insane, right? Should I? A TBR every month made up 15 days before since I need to have them set. Oh, yeah, that's very smart. Yeah, so you're going to have, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you need to know what you're doing like the month before so that you can make sure that your holds come in. I could never be that organized, Michelle. I could never be that organized. Could never be me. I never set TBRs except if I'm doing a readathon. Okay, I'm doing the. Jeez. He's the tiniest cat. He weighs nothing. I can pick him up with one hand and he sounds like an elephant. Romance Landia Uni. Kirsty's also doing that readathon and absolutely loves it. It's a good idea, right? But it's also terrifying. And a TBR, but literally ended up vibing due to being sick. Oh, and mental struggle busing this month. That's rotten. I'm sorry that happened. Someone tells me to read a book and I instantly throw it out the window. You're braver than me. The thing is, what I think would be a good thing about it is that I would sort of still be picking the books that I would be willing to read. And how I think I would do it is I would probably throw in something that I've got from the library, something that's on my TBR that I'm avoiding, and something newish. Excuse you. Hey. Just clawing at my chest of drawers. Yeah, so I think I would do that. So like there would always be something in there that I was kind of avoiding, but then it would be a good thing if it made me read it, you know? So that's my idea. I've done half and half, set a few books for Lochfern and vibed for the rest. I like that. You're like, this readathon motivates me. Got ready to choose me some random picks. That's cute. Oh, I like that. It is brilliant. Also, I would need to see how many books, like how fast I could read the books. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would need to be like, okay, because if the first book that got picked was an 800-page fantasy, that might take me like, I don't know, if I was only reading that book and nothing else, which is the idea, so I would only have one book on the go, that could like take me 4 days, depending on what else I'm doing. So like, how many would I get in the month is a question as well. So fun. I've been on the lookout for someone to do art for me for my channel. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, not yet back open for business, but will be in the future. So I will take commissions for art in the future, but just not right now. Just Feb is a reset month. This is not a full month. Yep. If I read, I read, and if I don't, I don't. Page count matters. for biscuit making. He's very cute. He's very cute. Love the box art. She nailed your style. Yeah, right. Honestly, I love it, but I love even more that I just got to pour out the inside of my brain and be like, these are all the things that I want. Here's a rough sketch of how I would draw them. I don't want to. They usually end up being the books I avoid and the books I most need to read. That's a full mood. Every week during book club, my friend and I tell each other what we'll be reading the upcoming week and then proceed to avoid those books like they're on fire for then read random books. No. Again, that's why we abandoned the book club format for Patreon, and why we do, like, we vote on buddy reads and we do buddy reads together, and we have the Lochfern readathon that runs 6 monthly, because whenever we, like, I would poll for a category or a genre or something like that, and then we would pick certain books from that, and then everybody would vote and everybody would be like quite excited for them. But then whenever one got chosen, inevitably half of the people would just, including me, would just be like, and I think it is, I honestly think it is. I think it's demand avoidance. I think we've got so many things that we're being told that we have to do and tasks that we have to complete, that when we get a chance to, like, you know, like when that kind of like infiltrates our like hobby space, nobody wants to do it. I love this vlog idea. I would be scared to do it, but as a viewer, I would love it. I mean, I want to cry thinking about it, but I think it would be really fun. I mean, there are 9 spaces every month. I'm set to fail. You could at least make like half of them easier. I had a list of 10 options to choose from, so I picked up 3 and it's gone well. Everything else was just randomly chosen. That's a nice balance, Rachel. I like the way that you've done that. I love how you just said in the bingo board video you don't like people to choose your books for you, and now you're saying this. I know, but it's such a good idea. That's my idea though, is like if I'm giving the list of books and you guys are just choosing from a list that I've given, at least I've had some agency in putting the books on the list. So it's not like my issue with having like patrons pick it or like besties pick it or whatever. Those two are often overlapping, but like is that I don't have any control over what books go on there. So for example, if I'm not in the mood for a thriller this month at all, I'm not going to give you a thriller option. So at least I have some sort of like agency over things that I definitely don't want to be on the list. Do a TBR, but unfortunately my logical defiance session sounds like good things that I tell myself to do. Yeah. Yeah. I do listen to audiobooks every second I'm working. So yeah, I mean, and you have a perfect job for audiobooking, Eleanor. Like genuinely a perfect job. I don't envy your job, but I do definitely envy the ability to audiobook all day. Do not have a TBR. I read when I want to. I love that clue. I read when I want to. That's what I do. I'm thinking of changing the Shakespeare, so my finger wars. I feel very unmotivated. Change it. You know how I feel about this. If it's not working for you, you're going to avoid it for the rest of the year. Then you're not going to be able to bingo like that row or the other row. Do you know what I mean? There's going to be 2 rows that you can't bingo because of a square that you don't want to do. Swap it, bin it, get rid of it. Maybe give your friends a deadline, like we need to do some groceries, we can hang out until so and so time. Usually works for me. We don't see them very often and they are lovely. I love them to absolute pieces, like genuinely do love them like their family. But holy crap, we can talk rubbish until stupid o'clock at night, and then you can actually see like their eyes shutting and it's like, you should probably go home now, and they're like, oh yeah, we probably should. Yes, I'm excited but also scared. So in Scotland, you need to do a statutory declaration. So you literally go before the Justice of the Peace and have to sign like I renounce this name and will henceforth use this name and don't want anything to do with this name ever again. And it's quite terrifying because like it's like with deed poll, you just like pay for things and people send you them, you know. But this is like I've had to practice my new signature because I need to sign my old name and then my new signature with exactly, and I need to figure out whether I've had to practice it with my middle name and also without my middle name because I don't know which one they're going to want on the form. Terrifying. Of course, it's the book I'm reading at the dock on the TBR. Of course not. Whoops. I don't think I'll finish them by the time February ends. I'm only on chapter 2 and speed. Oh, right. Okay. Fair enough. So, but at least it's not DNFs. It's like I'm enjoying them. It's just DNFs. It is nice knowing. I noticed when I was reviewing the last few years of journals. So when I have big bad feels, I can just tell myself it's not real. It's just February. My brain is a dick. I mean, my brain's a dick is a whole mood. It's a whole mood right there. Start reading about fits because it gave me so much anxiety that I can't sleep. Yes. There are a lot of existential thoughts in Realm of the Elderlings. There are. It's definitely a series that I do not recommend if you're not in a place where you can spend some time thinking about like the meaning of your life and stuff. I struggle to. There are definitely bits where I feel better now because I know where some of them are, because I've read them before, but first time through, yeah. My TV is generally just whatever holds come in from the library. I'm usually just mood reading constantly. It'll be interesting as well because I do have holds at the library, so it would be interesting to see what would just drop in randomly. I always have a set TBR, otherwise chaos ensues. There an ET on the Fool's Errand live show as of yet. It will probably be let me just have a quick look again. It's annoying because my birthday is on the day that not the day that I would like to do it, but my birthday shenanigans are around the days that I would like to do it. I would say it's either going to be on the 5th or the 10th. And I cannot yet tell you which one because my birthday plans are not set in stone. If we're doing stuff for my birthday, then it won't be the 5th because my birthday's the 4th. So I'll figure it out and I will let you guys know sooner rather than later. I'm mood read, but I also use the bingo board and Law Firm on my classics poster, and I'm reading every book I own. So listen, that's really satisfying though, Eleanor, because you get to tick them off on multiple things, and just I like that a lot. I like to pick a theme for my bingo boards, but I only genre theme it a few times a year because I'm a mood reader. March's theme is Maiden as a way to read more translated fiction, but can also read more non-fiction or hobby books. Nice. Library's such a wonderful but dangerous place. Is I kind of promising myself not to get anything and leave with 5 books? Yeah, that sounds familiar. Usually start with 5 to 10, maybe 1 to 2 that I need to read for a read along, and then I hear about another read along or a podcast or this sounds very familiar, Teresa. Read more translated fiction, but can also sorry, that was the end of the other one. My husband just got home and said, "Oh, Rachel, say hi to hubby for me. That's really cute. Hi, Rachel's husband." Or go to the library in person or talk to a friend. Yes. Sometimes I'll have my husband tell me to pick and then go with the opposite of what he suggested, be contrary. Again, I aspire to that level of pettiness. With your birthday, if there are any books you're gifted, why not pull on Instagram what you should read? Oh, that's nice. It has a square in your bingo board from hell. That's a good idea, Hannah. Damn, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. We'll be back open soon. Like I say, I'm building the website in March. That's my plan. That's like my back scenes plan. I haven't been open. I think 2022 was when I was last open. And I cannot go back to Etsy. So I've spent like a year researching alternatives and also thinking about how I'm going to do product drops because I need to do limited drops of this is how many I have. So it used to be that I would list how many I could make based on the fabric or whatever that I had, like if they're fabric bookmarks or if it's like wooden products or whatever, I used to like list based on I can have these made or I can make these, but I'm now going to have to be like, okay, I have 16 of these, I have 10 of these, I have whatever, and to make it more manageable for me. And I'll need to take commissions on based on that basis so that things don't get unmanageable again, because otherwise I won't be able to do it, and I really want to do it. I cap it as 6 books for each platform, YouTube, Patreon, and Insta, and 2 posts for each platform. That's really smart. That's also very smart, Emma. Stop being smart, but that's a really good idea, actually. Okay. It's at this point I realize how behind on comments you are, so stop chatting so much so you can catch up. Sorry, girl. 1 book on the go. That's too far. I finally ended up reading the ones that didn't win and usually enjoyed them. Lochfair, man. It's been, I'm glad that you enjoy it. I'm glad that you guys enjoy the Patreon readathon, really. I think you'll find the excitement and mystery of the next book picked up will motivate you. That's what I'm hoping, right? Because it will be the next shiny thing. Not saying anything for March. We're starting a new job on the 10th. That's exciting. I'm still excited. Even though you've got reservations, I'm still very excited. So we'll probably need a lot of mental energy. Yes. But it'll be 100% mid-reads. Yeah. I have demand avoidance, but also get overwhelmed by too much choice. Sometimes I make a list of TBR books I want to get and mid-read so I can have a mixture. That's smart. Yeah, I would totally avoid my TBR. I would just avoid my TBR and mid-read, but not actually. I normally pick 1 to 3 books I want to get to for the month, and I mid-read for the month. And if I don't pick them up, that's fine. Then I get to colour them in on my reading journal. Being able to tick things off on lists and put like little numbers on my bingo board and stuff is really satisfying. Like, it's really useful to me, because it does motivate me. Okay, my lovely people, I think we're going to wrap it up for here. Next time I do public sprints, I will start earlier. I'll maybe start at like 4 or 5 and then go till later so that we get more actual sprinting time in after a little bit of chat, but also I suspect there'll be just a little bit less chat, because we'll all be like slightly less excited that these are the first public sprints in a while. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I have had an absolute blast. I definitely needed these sprints to kind of get me out of my head. It's been a heavy couple of weeks, and this has been so nice. Your company has been so much appreciated. So have absolutely lovely nights or afternoons wherever you are. There are more sprints tomorrow on Patreon, so if you have enjoyed this, if these sprints are your vibe, it is a very nice community over there. Everybody is absolute sweethearts. And we have a lot of regulars, so you will have a lot of reading buddies over there very fast. And the Discord is also very active all the time. So if any of those things appeal to you, and if the Lochfairn Readathon appeals to you, it's only just started and it runs for 6 months until the next round, so you've got plenty of time to join in. But yeah, so that's Patreon's there. All of the links are on my channel. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you either in Lochfairn or next time I do public sprints, or for my next video, which should be coming tomorrow. Take care, guys.